Mix 2 cans of condensed milk with 1 pound of dry roasted peanuts unsalted. Go ahead and give it a good mix, coating all of those peanuts. Once you have that coated, now you're gonna go and grab 2 cups of dry milk. I use the Nestle Carnation, like that, but use whatever you like, as long as it's 2 cups of dry milk. I'm gonna pour all of that in there and give it a good mix as well. Once that's all coated and mixed together, you're gonna turn on your stove to low, and you're just gonna keep mixing it. All right, I'm gonna move a little tiny hole here. I'm gonna grab 2 tablespoons of butter, drop that in, kind of melt it in, mix it in, and keep mixing. All right, so once you see that if you move it to the side and it doesn't stick to the pan, you see that? Nice and slippery. We're gonna now move it over to a cool baking sheet. All right, we're gonna move that over to our pie pan. I said baking sheet before, I don't know why I said that. I meant pie pan. You see how nice and easy that slips out of the pan? That's what you like to see. All right, we're gonna put all of that just like that. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Okay, so you're gonna go and kind of smooth it out just like that. Don't worry if it doesn't get too smooth. I'll show you right now how we're gonna get that nice and flat. All right, you're gonna grab that saran wrap and you're gonna place that over, spread it out, this side, kind of bring it this way, and now you're gonna go with your hands and gently press down. It is a little warm, but nothing unbearable. So you're just gonna go, press that down, just like that. And now we're gonna pop this in the fridge to let it cool for a couple of hours or until you see it harden. You can check on it. And we're gonna try it out. All right, you guys, a couple of hours later, I got my nails done while we were waiting. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna open this up just like that. Okay, and we're gonna flip it. And with that saran wrap, it should really easily come out. So, oh, way too easy. I was not even expecting that. Oh my gosh, look at that. All right, let's take off the plastic here. Delicious. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm excited for this one. All right, so I'm gonna grab my very large knife and because it's in a circle, I guess I should cut it like a pizza.
Yeah.
Let's cut it like a pizza. So we're gonna slice into this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. It's not too difficult either to cut, which is nice, meaning that it's not gonna be difficult to bite into it. It's just kind of like a soft, I don't know, think of like a fudge texture.
I love fudge.
Me too. All right, just like fudge, a nice thin slice. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at all those peanuts.
It's delicious.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to try this. All right, let's take a bite, shall we? Everyone in the comments always like, I'm sure he wants to try some too. Don't worry, he tries it.
Oh my god.
That is so good, isn't it? And honestly, if like, I know a lot of people have like peanut allergies.
Wow.
You can definitely substitute this with like an almond or a pecan or a walnut. Oh, but it's so good.
So good.
Delicious.
Wow. Good job.
Thank you. Look at
So
that.
good. Wow. Amazing.
Out of the way. All right, once we have that bed of roses, we're gonna go in with just like a little small layer of beads just to cover them up ever so slightly. Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna grab my husband and wife to be, and I'm gonna place them right here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting them right above that bed of roses so we can keep a nice floating effect. I'm gonna hold them in place and I'm gonna pour more beads until they're safely secured in place. Right around. We'll stop there for a second. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab some of my pretty pearls here And I'm gonna just place some around our bride and groom, not oversaturating them, but just to kind of give like a fun little kind of floating beads effect. All right, once that's done with my first set, I'm gonna go add more beads. Perfect. I'm gonna grab some more fun little pearls floating around them. Really pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see this because inside, when you get that water, like underwater lights, I'm gonna top it off with the rest of my beads in my container here. Like so. Once that's set, what I'm gonna do now is I have another set of lights, but I have some fun little flowers kind of placed around them. So you don't see those lights because I really want to make sure that you just get kind of like flowers and lights. All right, once that's set, I think I'm done because I got 3 fingers of space left, but I do want to fill this up with water and really make it look like it's floating. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And if we see that that bride and groom are too close to those flowers, I can just pull them up. That's what we love about these crafts. It's really hard to mess up. All right. Ooh, I think there's good space, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Oh wow.
Ooh, there are the pearls. And if there's anyone in the way, we can move them.
Yeah.
Is there some covering their faces?
This one.
Okay, we can fix that.
Oh,
All right,
maybe
we're
not.
going
Let's move
all the way up until we don't see those pearls the beads anymore, because you really like to see a floating effect, and that's what really gets it done.
That's cute.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, let's go in and just remove some air bubbles that we don't like. Let's go ahead and give a little shake to those air bubbles. There's not too many, which is nice. The less you have, the more.
Put that one up.
What, the pearl?
Yeah, that one. There you
Oh.
go. Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. There we go. Kind of moving in the wind. All right. How's that?
That's good.
Gorgeous. All right. Before we turn on those lights, oh, actually, my little topper is over there by you. Can you pass that to me, please? Before we turn on those lights, I am gonna cover this with this flower, a nice big one, just to kind of hide more of the lights and then also finish off the piece. You can definitely do this with real flowers on your wedding day, but we're just using some fake ones for a display. All right. So before we turn on our underwater lights, let's turn off some of these harsh lights so we can really see that dim reception feel. All right, guys, it's quite dark in here, so let's get these lights on. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Wow. That looks good.
How pretty is that? Oh my gosh, this is like such a
Beautiful.
clean look, all white, just like traditional wedding. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I love how they're kind of floating above those bed of flowers.
Yeah.
Should we change the lights up just to see?
Yeah.
Okay, this is so fun. I love my favorite part. All right, here we go. Let's do purple. It's not purple. That's more like a blue. But ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Now they really look underwater. How about pink? Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's
I
good.
love that one. That is so romantic
Yeah.
looking. All right, now the party time at the reception. Let's go into a fade. Ew,
Wow.
fun.
That's beautiful.
All right, you guys, there you have it. Your perfect one-piece wedding centerpiece. I think this is definitely in my top 5. I know it's very simple, but it's just so elegant.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thanks. So first we're gonna start off by cutting your orange in half. That looks like a nice juicy orange. I'm gonna go and cut out that center. So once you're done with that, you're gonna grab a nice big spoon and scoop it out, just like that. Then you're gonna go around and grab the rest. All right, once you have that, you're gonna grab your orange and you're gonna eat it. As a little snack for doing such a good job. Okay, once that's set, you're gonna move that out of the way. Grab a big bowl and you're gonna grab your whole tub of mascarpone and we're gonna put the whole thing in this bowl. This is a great recipe because it's kind of easy to measure. It's just 1 whole tub of that. You can make 2 whole oranges,
Okay.
4 sides. All right, so once that's set, you're gonna grab that. You're gonna grab 1 whole box of Philadelphia cream cheese, Boop, right there. And then you're gonna grab your orange juice, and you're gonna do just about a splash, but it is preference. If you like it more orangey, you can do more or less. I like this recipe because it's just kind of how you enjoy it. And then you're gonna go and you're gonna grab your Aperol. This is also optional. If you don't want the alcohol, skip this, you don't need it, but it is fun. So you're just gonna do also not too much. This one, just a nice little splash like that. Last but not least, before you mix it all together, you're gonna grab your honey and you're gonna sweeten her up. I'm gonna do just about like that, because I kind of like it on the sweeter side. But again, it's whatever you like. It's more or less. You can even just skip the honey if you like it a little more creamy. All right, so once that's set, now all you have to do is mix her up and get her into a nice whipped texture. All right, there you go. Now you have a nice whipped, creamy kind of mousse-like texture. Now I'm gonna pull this back. All right, I'm gonna grab those oranges. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna fill them up just like that. Give them a nice press and a nice little circle motion to kind of make them look like a nice sorbet. By the way, you could just eat this like this. It'll be more of like a mousse-like thing, but I'm kind of wanting it to be more of like an ice cream. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop them in the freezer for a couple of hours just to harden them up. But again, if you don't wanna wait, you can just eat it like that and it's delicious. So we're gonna pop these in the freezer and I'll show you what it looks like when they're done. All right, there you have them, nice and cold right out of the freezer. Last 2 steps before I take a nice big bite, I'm gonna go back with my honey and I'm gonna just do kind of like a little drizzle on top, just like that, nothing crazy. Like that. And what that honey is gonna do is actually be a little stickiness for, I'm gonna grab another orange and I'm gonna zest with my ginormous grater here, a bit of orange. Let's see if I actually get it, because I can't really see where I'm going here, this is so big. Now we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of orange zest, just like that. There we go, that's really chunky.
That's cute.
Thank you, this looks delicious. Oh my gosh, all right, so I'm gonna grab it. Oh, that smells like so sweet and refreshing. Now we're gonna grab a nice big ice cream scoop. See that nice good texture? I was about to blow on it. I do not need to blow on it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Look at that. It's like pure ice cream.
Wow.
Delicious.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Very nice.
There you have it. Your perfect little orange summer. Oh, you know what would have been cool? If I made it flat and it looked like an orange and I went, boom, just kidding, it's ice cream.
Yeah. For the next one.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. Right, that was 1 whole box of golden Oreos and 1 cup of butter. What we're doing now is flattening it, nice and thin coat covering that entire pan. Perfect. All right, once you got that nice and flat, all right, next up, you're gonna grab your no-bake cheesecake and you're gonna basically put the entire thing like that. Kind of do some clumps everywhere before you start to spread it out, so that's why it's an easier spread. Perfect. Grab all of
This is
that.
gonna be so good.
Oh, this is gonna be delicious. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna spread that entire thing as evenly as possible on top of those golden Oreos. And this entire thing is no bake too, so it's great. It's a great little recipe to have up your sleeve if you don't have your oven or.
For summer.
Oh yeah, summer as well. Why turn your oven on
No.
if you don't have to? And it's nice and refreshing. All right, so go ahead. All right, once that's flattened up, I have some melted caramel. This one's just the Hershey brand, and I popped it in the microwave. And we're gonna go ahead and give it a nice
My God.
swirl. I'm gonna do a little bit of a this way. Perfect. And you can definitely do this with any form. You can do this with caramel, butterscotch, skip it entirely, whatever you want. All right, I'm gonna pop this in the freezer. All right, while that's in the freezer, we're gonna go ahead and make some white chocolate jello. This one's 0 sugar.
Pudding, right?
What did I say? Oh, I know, you're right, it's pudding. It's
I mean, yeah.
no, it's the brand Jello, but it's pudding. You're right. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and it calls for 4 cups in total. That was sugar-free, by the way. You know,
Important.
important step that it's sugar-free after all that sugar. And we're gonna whip it up. Okay. Once that's done, all right, move this bad boy to the side. So you have that nice and chilled cheesecake so far. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna pour this pudding on top. So definitely a lot of layers, which we love. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, start from here, do a nice pour in the middle before we start spreading it all over the place. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so rich and so good.
excited.
No,
Yeah.
I'm actually genuinely so excited for this one because I love pudding. I love cookies, and I love basically every single step in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread it out on top of that caramel.
Wow.
Caramel? Okay, guys. Caramel or caramel?
I don't have an opinion. Yeah.
You can't have an opinion. You say it.
Caramel.
Caramel, yeah. I say caramel as well, but I know a lot of people say
I'm
caramel, and then they correct me, and then I correct them, and it's a back and forth battle. All right. Once that's nice and evenly spread,
My goodness, it looks so good.
I know. Next step is you're gonna lick the spoon really quick.
And then you don't use it again, okay?
I'm just kidding. Okay, so I have some white baking chips, basically some morsels. And I'm going to, with my hands, because I don't want it to be too chunky, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of, you got white chocolate chips, white chocolate pudding. Basically, we're just spreading that there to kind of give a little bit of a crunch.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
A little crunch, okay. I think,
Looks good.
very good. Let me just do the back here because it's a little bit empty. Okay, perfect. And again, everything that's out of the, I'm gonna throw one, eat one. Okay, okay, done. I'm gonna pop this in the freezer for another 5 minutes just so that it kind of sets in place before we put our last few layers. All right, guys, nice and chilled. So next step is you're gonna grab some Ready Whip,
Okay.
and we're gonna basically plop it on, same idea. The entire thing. This is definitely to feed a party. You can also do this in a smaller portion if you like to. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and same idea, just kind of evenly spread. Don't worry if it kind of goes into the pudding, that's okay. At the end of the day, it's all going one place, right?
Exactly.
All right, lovely. Okay, so I made a mistake. I should have left over some of the golden Oreos, but I forgot. So I baked these cookies fresh yesterday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break them up a little bit and kind of sprinkle a little bit because I like the crummy taste on top. But definitely if you wanna do it with the golden Oreos, just leave a few on the side. I just didn't think about it till later. It's okay, so we'll just have some day-old fresh baked cookies. And I think you only need like 1 or 2. You
Oh my
don't,
gosh.
don't want to overdo it either. I say as if there's like
Yeah.
freaking, I don't know how many layers of sugar. Okay, stunning. Okay, I'm gonna pop this back in the freezer for like 5 minutes just so that it all holds together and then we get to take a bite. I'm so
Okay.
excited. Oh
Yeah.
my God, look at that. Can you see that? Do you see the
Yes.
caramel? Because on my
Yeah.
side,
Yeah, I see it.
amazing. All right, guys, there she is. looking good, feeling cold. All right, let's do this. Let's cut into her. I'm gonna grab this little corner piece right here. Okay. Obviously, I could have left this in the freezer a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
guess who has no patience? Me. I have no patience. But obviously, the longer you keep it in the freezer, the more, intact it'll be, more put together. But again, absolutely no patience. Plus, I think my freezer's broken, so that is also very fun. Okay. Oh, gosh. And I also have the weakest spatula in the entire world. Ah! Hold on. There we go. There we go. She was suctioned. Okay. Oh, my Lord.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Caramel
You see the caramel?
Pudding. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's do it right now. Right now.
See.
Let's take a nice big bite. Let's make sure we get some of that cookie. Yes. Cookie, caramel, all of it.
Oh my God, it smells. Yeah, it smells like it's delicious.
Oh, it's so
Good.
good. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. That definitely tastes like cheesecake and whipped cream. And here, take a bite.
Okay. My God.
Love.
Oh wow.
Love?
Mm-hmm.
Love. Okay.
Mm.
Divine. Perfect summer, no bake cake. So refreshing. Obviously, the longer you leave it in the freezer, the better. But
Wow. It's amazing.
oh my God. I'm not here. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, 3 boiled eggs, and now I have some pre-boiled potatoes. Pop them in just like that. Amazing. My mother-in-law taught me this recipe. I'm going to show you guys today. Really simple hack, just like that. Super easy, super quick, as you can see. Last one. Perfect. Give it a little shaky. Lovely. All right, so now I have this big pickle container, and I'm gonna grab about a half a cup of pickle juice, and I'm going to pour it all over those potatoes, just like that. I think I'm gonna grab just a little bit more because they were kind of chunkier potatoes. Just like that. Okay, all right, we're gonna let that sit. Next set, I have some mayo. This one is avocado mayo, but you can definitely use real mayo if you like. I'm gonna do just about 3 scoops of mayo. I got some mustard. Oof. Love me some mustard. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, just about like that. You can eye it. We'll start mixing and see if we like the color, and we can add a little more here. A little here, a little there. All right, just like that. Next up, there is no recipe that never calls for salt and pepper. That doesn't call for salt and pepper, so salt and pepper on that. Get another mix in that pepper. All right, so now we're gonna grab those potato and eggs. Here I have 2 celery stalks, fresh parsley, 1 carrot, half a red pepper, half an orange pepper, and half a chunky pickle. So we're gonna place all that in there.
This is probably the healthiest recipe you ever done.
Yeah, I agree. You guys are always like, make healthier recipes. Well, here it is. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all of that mixture in there. And if you like it on the creamier side, you can definitely add more. This is just preference if you like it like a creamier potato salad or a little bit more kind of just, I don't know, more refreshing, more like a regular salad. All right, just like that. Nice big spoon here, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it all together. Mix all those ingredients just like that. This is obviously, potato salads are just like kind of a staple in all, I feel like, American side dishes. But I just thought I would show you guys that fun little pickle juice hack, and kind of remind you how easy it is to make a really fresh and delicious potato salad. Oh my gosh, look at that. Do not tell me that does not look so good.
That is so good.
How long did that take me?
5 minutes?
5 minutes. 5 minutes to make that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Oops. Stunning. All right, guys, so let's serve this and take a bite. So I'm gonna grab a measuring cup like that. This is just kind of a fun little way to display your potato salad. So you're gonna fill it up like that. Give it a nice press. grab your plate, flip it. Ta-da!
That looks good.
Doesn't it? Perfect color. All right, let's take a nice bite. So good. So quick. So delicious. And quite healthy if I do say so myself. At least for my standards. Okay, you guys, I have some diced mangoes. Next, I have some strawberry pie filling. And then, oh, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some fresh chopped up strawberries on top of the pie filling strawberries, just so you can really taste that kind of freshness, all while still feeling that, because I love the jelly of the pie filling. All right, once that's set, I have some walnuts, and I'm gonna pop those right on top. Oh my gosh. Once you have your desired amount of nuts on there, what goes great with strawberries? Peanut butter. So we're gonna go ahead and really get all of that peanut butter on top. Perfect. I have some white baking chips, like morsels, if you will. You can definitely do this with regular chocolate as well, but I'm gonna do white. So once that's set, I'm gonna scooch this to the side for a second. So what we're gonna do now is do a really quick little fun thing. So this is some strawberry cake mix. Pop that in. Instead of following what's on the box, you're just gonna grab 1 cup of butter melted, so 2 sticks. And we're gonna go ahead and mix it. You can do whatever cake mix you like, but I'm kind of sticking to that kind of strawberry jelly and peanut butter jelly kind of situation. And when you're just using the butter, it's kind of like a cookie dough consistency. All right, super easy, super quick. That took literally 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna bring back our dump pan like that. We're gonna do like kind of places, not like a full layer. It's more like a crumble cake situation. Once that's there, we're just gonna go ahead and break it up a little bit more. But again, you don't have to completely cover it either. You can just kind of pull it apart. Next step, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna grab some
Brown sugar.
Thank you, brown sugar. My mouth was wanting to say powdered sugar. All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab that brown sugar. Okay. Once that's set, you're gonna pop that in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes until everything melts and sticks together. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. Whoa, that's heavy. All right, guys, there it is. Looking good, smelling better. Okay, so let me use an actual knife and cut into that. Let's pick that up with a spatula. Lift her up. Oh my gosh, look at that. All right, let me just get it on a plate and get my spatula out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
All right, before we take a bite, let's ready whip it. Stunning. Lovely. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go right here. Grab a spoon of that. Make sure I got a little bit of everything. Ooh.
It looks delicious.
It tastes like a hot peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Lovely. Ooh, to get it away from me right now. Too good. Too good to be true. All right, so I have a regular muffin pan that I popped on some tin foil. I have my jumbo ice cream cups, and I just place them in like that, nice and sturdy. Once you have those set, you're gonna grab a bowl, you're gonna grab 2 eggs. Oh God, this is gonna be a mess. Oh!
Wow.
Wow, I'm so much more than a chef than I think I am. Once you got that, you're gonna go ahead and grab your preferred brownie mix. This is just milk chocolate. You're gonna pour that whole thing in there, bag and everything. Stunning. All right, so you're gonna follow the box, kind of. So 3/4 cup oil. It calls for water, I add milk, so that's 3 tablespoons of milk. And last but not least, this is a kind of a little tip and trick. So you're gonna grab your soda water. If it's lemon, probably better. Pop it open, take a refreshing sip. And you're gonna do like a splash. That gas water is really gonna make it nice and fizzy and rise to the occasion. Okay, so We're gonna mix that up. All right, once that's nice and mixed up, we are gonna grab a kind of easier pouring bowl situation. So we're gonna move this over here. So once that's nice and cleaned up, we're gonna grab our little situation here and we're gonna pour that brownie mix just till it gets to almost the top. You're gonna pour it to about half.
There you go.
Okay, so that one in the back is definitely gonna be a mess.
Probably.
I'm saying it now. I'm being held accountable. My fault. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I really thought it was really good up. I forget how much brownie rises. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Opa. That. Stop there. Okay. Wow, that's pretty mess-free if you ask me. All right, my oven is preheated to 350 and I'm gonna pop these in for 20 minutes and I will show you the next step now. All right, guys, they were in there for about 25 minutes. I let them cool off and let's go to our next step. I'm so excited. So I have a very large straw, kind of like a boba straw. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go right in the center of that brownie and push all the way down. All right, last one. Perfect. All right, once all of those holes are ready to go, I have my melted white chocolate. You can use whatever chocolate you like, but I'm going for white chocolate. And we're gonna fill her up. Just like that. Don't worry about making a mess on the top, we're gonna cover that. But basically that's all we're doing is filling her up nice and to the brim. Oh my gosh, that one was like endless. Okay, go ahead with this one.
Oh my, that looks so good.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. Okay, all the way to the top. Beautiful. Perfect. Oh,
Wow.
I think that one made like an air pocket, but we're gonna leave it like that. Okay, so once you got that set, next step is to cover and decorate. So obviously you can see, what are we doing? We're doing an ice cream cone. So we're gonna make the ice cream. All right, let's hope that my piping skills have gotten better because I'm really still trying to figure that out. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a circle like so and make an ice cream. Okay, last, oh gosh, the little air pockets scare me. All right. Finish her up. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to add some sprinkles, just a few, nothing crazy. And we're gonna drop them on there like that. Oh man, I really wish I had some maraschino cherries. That would have been like the perfect little topper, but that's okay. Okay. Oh my God, that's so cute. Okay.
Wow.
Beautiful. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pop these in the fridge for about like 10 minutes so that it all kind of gets hard, and then I'm gonna show you the inside. I'm so excited. All right, there they are. All right, without further ado, let's get these bad boys out of here. Oh my God. These are so cute.
Yeah, that looks so cute.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, take them out. Perfect little handheld. Okay.
It's good.
Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to cut one down the middle just so we can really see what's going on. So I think I'm going to cut that one.
Okay.
Can I move some things out of the way? Okay, I'm going to move these ones over here so that way I can really get some work done. Okay, here we go. Whew.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh my God. That looks so good.
How good is that? Oh my gosh.
Looks amazing.
Time to take a bite.
Yeah.
Let's do this. How do
Wow.
I do? Ooh. Mm.
Good?
That is so sweet.
So sweet.
So sweet. It's so good. No, it's so yummy.
Wow.
And they're so cute.
That looks amazing.
Oh, that is such a fun little like party favor.
Wow. Good job.
Thank you. All right, this is like an exact fit for my hands. Okay, flip. Oh my goodness. Red, white, and blue. Okay, so we have our beautiful little stand there. I'm gonna grab my stunning Lady Liberty. And we're gonna place her right there, right on top. Beautiful.
That's perfect.
All right, so I'm gonna grab my beads. I'm gonna place my hand on her just so she doesn't move around. And we're gonna pop those beads in there, just basically covering her up a bit. Just about a little bit more. I think right there, that's where we'll start. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna grab our coiled lights. Specifically coiled like that. I'm gonna pop that there right behind our Lady Liberty. Kind of submerging it just about halfway under those beads, kind of where that base starts. Don't worry about that, we're gonna worry about that later. All right, so we're starting with that. We're gonna grab some more beads. She should be kind of settled now, so you don't really have to hold her. There we go. So I'm going ahead and filling her up like so. All right, I'm gonna add some more beads. All right, before I continue with my beads, I have a few little white birds, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place them, submerge them, just a few around her, because she's on an island and we like to see those birds flying around her. Plus then you get that flying effect and we love that. So I'm just gonna do about 3, nothing crazy. I don't wanna oversaturate her. She is the main event, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead, grab some more beads, and we're gonna place those about till her head is covered. Okay, once that's set, I'm grabbing my second pair of coiled lights, and what I'm gonna do now is place those very pressed up against the back on these ones, and I'll show you why right now. But we're gonna place those, give them a nice squish like that, push them down a little bit, just so they're slightly overlapping, but not completely. All right, once that's set, I'm gonna grab a few more beads, so that way I have a little bit of leeway here. Beautiful. All right, so like I said, I pushed those lights way back. The reason why is because I have these, it's like a metal God Bless America. I folded it up, and what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna place that in front of those lights, submerging that, but get it behind Miss Lady Liberty.
That looks good.
All right, just about there. I'm not gonna go too deep. Let me just make sure that it is straight. Let me know. Which way am I going? This way?
The other way.
This way.
Yeah, more. That's good.
Okay, perfect. All right. Beautiful. All right, once that's set, I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? I wanna add like 2 little birds. I just really like when it looks like they're flying, but nothing crazy. I don't wanna cover the sign. I don't wanna cover Lady Liberty. I just wanna put like 1 there and 1 there. All right, I'm gonna grab some more beads, and we're gonna fill that up. I'm gonna leave about 3 fingers of space there. I have my last set of coiled lights, and I'm gonna pop that in there. This one might have to be a little bit slightly oval because I do want to submerge it. I'm gonna get that behind just like that. I think I'm gonna add just a few more beads just so that the lights are a little bit covered. If I have too many, I can add, take away. I love these kinds of, I'm like a broken record, but I really do love to say that this is such an easy decoration because you can go removing and adding and all that jazz. Okay. So next step, let's add our water. All right, let's add that water. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love 4th of July. You guys, tell me your favorite 4th of July memory. I think my favorite one is one time we were working somewhere and we finished really late. And we were trying so hard to get to the fireworks. And we were driving in this like big amount of traffic. And we ended up watching the fireworks from the car, like as we were driving to the location. But it was so beautiful. It was like drive-through fireworks. I love it.
Oh my God.
How's that looking?
That looks beautiful.
Really? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, I am gonna show you a recipe that you have never seen before. You're gonna empty all of that ice cream into a bowl. Perfect. Let it melt. All right, once that's melted, you're gonna grab a 1/4 cup of white chocolate chips. You're gonna drop that in there like that. You're gonna give it a nice little mix, just basically coating all of that. Okay, Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab 4 cups of self-rising flour. Pour all of that in there, just like that. All right, now what we're gonna do is just mix it up. All right, before that's completely mixed, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some sprinkles and just sprinkle a few. Not too many, you don't wanna overpower all that cute white. So we're just gonna go like that and mix it up. All right, once that's looking like a nice bread dough, we're gonna bring in our greased bread loaf pan and we're gonna pop that right in there.
I'm so excited to try this.
It's gonna be like a sweet bread. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, go ahead. Probably should have grabbed a bit of a harder spatula.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, flatten that as best as you can. Once you have that in your loaf pan, and you're gonna spread it out as best as you can, but don't worry if it's not super straight. I think it'll kind of fix itself. Okay, so next step is you're gonna go ahead and grab more of those sprinkles. And this time I'm gonna be quite generous because I wanna give a nice layer. So when I cut it, each piece will have a fun little, kind of like a sprinkle crust, if you will. Okay, the corners. This is so cute. Okay, get this corner here. Beautiful. All right, wait, I'm missing this little bit right there. Okay. All right, I have my oven preheated to 350 and I'm gonna pop this in for about 40 to 45 minutes. And I can't wait to show you the results. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just made ice cream bread. Look at that. All right, so I took it out, let it cool, all the good stuff. Let's cut into this. I cannot wait any longer. Look at my brand new bread knife. I'm actually debuting the bread knife with this ice cream bread. It's amazing. All right, so let's cut into the first little end here. And as we all know, who eats the end of bread? Ugh, those are just like, nobody. I'm sorry if you do, but I will not be. So we're gonna cut the first piece. I'm gonna cut the second piece and take that one. Oh my gosh, the crunchiness, how pretty.
Oh my God, that looks good.
Ah, I wanna see, I wanna see.
Oh my God.
How cute. Little sprinkles, sprinkles on top. All right, let's do this. Let's take a bite. Here we go.
Let me know if you taste the ice cream. Is it good?
Oh my God, this is so good. This is like, I don't know, like a hybrid banana bread. You know what I mean? It's like that same kind of
yeah.
dense flavor, but it's so sweet. I can taste the ice cream. Oh my gosh. Yes, here you go.
Thanks.
Take it away. I didn't give you any sprinkles, sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Okay. Get away from me.
It tastes amazing. Wow. Good job. Look at that.
Oh, thank you. All right, 12 little baby tortillas. And I'm gonna place those tortillas just like that on the bottom of those pans, just like that. All right, once you got those tortillas inside that pan, I'm gonna move that out of the way for 2 seconds. All right, so I have 12 cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try this hack that I saw. So 12 cherry tomatoes, I have a flat cap. I'm gonna place that on top of that, giving it a nice press. I'm gonna grab a knife, and what I'm gonna try to do is cut those tomatoes in half. Ooh, I don't think I'm doing this whatsoever. Let's see. We're about to do a Mythbusters here. Let's see if this actually works. All right. Let's see how many you cut. Not even one. Wow. Okay, so that didn't work, but good to know. I like to try things out for you guys. All right, so those are cut in half. Thank you very much. All right, so now I have some mozzarella cheese. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a flat base layer just like that. Not too much, because you want some space for the rest of your stuff. But we are gonna make this, and this is gonna do is really ensure a nice sticky and secure bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and plop that in there. There we go. Now, once you got that cheese in there, so now we're gonna fill her up. So basically doing a whole tomato, one in each one. So doing 2, or half and half. What am I trying to say? Beautiful. thought I had 12 tomatoes. Whoa, okay. All right, next I have 12 little broccolini heads, and I'm gonna pop those in there. If you can't find broccolini, broccoli works as well, but I've only just come to find that broccolini is actually quite delicious. I really like it a lot. It gives me like a kale, asparagus hybrid kind of situation. So I'm gonna just pop those little broccolinis right in there, just like so.
That looks good. Like
Doesn't it? So fresh, so healthy, perfectly bite-sized. Pop them in the oven. What are those set it, forget it kind of
What's that?
Am I okay? How many are here? This is 12. Why did I make 3 extra of each one? Okay, I'm losing it. I'm very confused. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna grab 2 eggs. I'm gonna break those in there. And then I'm gonna grab my milk and I'm gonna fill it to about half a cup. No, I'm lying. I think 1.5 cups.
That's good.
Yes, all right. All right, so I grabbed some chives. They're kind of chopped up. I'm gonna plop those in there just like that. I have some salt and pepper. Beautiful. And I have a spatula. And I'm gonna mix that up. What did I say?
Spatula.
Why do I always do that? I have a whisk, you guys. A whisk. Okay, I'm gonna whisk it together. All right, so once you have that nice and mixed up all together, you're gonna go ahead and I'm going to pour a nice amount just like that. Okay. All right, there you go. All right, before I pop these in the oven, I'm gonna grab my Italian seasoning and I'm going to season it up on top. Good thing I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna get, blow off the excess. Okay, all right, I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 375 for 20 minutes and I will show you the results now.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. It was in there
That's
for
good.
20 minutes. I took them out and I popped them on my cooling rack
Oh
so
my
they
God.
can get cool quickly. So I can take a nice bite very
Wow.
soon. Look at
Okay.
that. Oh my gosh. That is so
good.
cute.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how it tastes. But as of now, view points, pretty good.
Okay.
All right, let's take a bite. All right. Wait, I'll make sure I get some tomato.
Oh, the broccolino.
Oh, broccolini. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Oh my gosh.
How is it?
That is so good.
Okay.
Very refreshing. Tastes like a gourmet egg bite.
Oh, very easy to make.
Oh, super easy. Super yummy too.
Wow. Looks good. Good job.
My mom's gonna like this recipe.
Me too.
All right, those are 2 cans of Pringles in some boiling water. I'm gonna submerge all of them, even if they crack. No issue there. So we're gonna go ahead and boil them. All right, once that's all nice and mushy, we're gonna move this out of the way here. I'm gonna grab my strainer and a bowl, and we're gonna strain those Pringles. All right, looking good. All right, we're gonna give it a mix, get all of that liquid out. All right, once that's looking nice and dry, just like that, I'm gonna bring back my pot. I'm gonna pop those Pringles back in there.
That looks good.
Yeah, right? Kind of giving mashed potato consistency.
Wow.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up a little bit in here, looking good. I'm gonna grab 1 whole stick of butter. We're gonna pop that in there, submerge them, mix it around. It might take a little bit to melt, but that's, you know, that's normal. So we're gonna mix it, get that butter in there, submerge in there, kind of get them Pringles on top. All right, let's hide it for now. I have some minced garlic and I'm gonna pop that in there as well. At this point, we're just kind of adding what we like. You can totally do however you like, whatever you think is gonna taste best. I like my mashed Pringles with some garlic. Again, the butter is still melting. I have some salt and pepper. I'm gonna do some pepper in there. Some salt. Well, the Pringles are salty enough. Mix it again, letting that butter melt. It's almost all gone. And like always, you always put a little bit, just a splash of milk in that mashed potato mix. Just a splash, nothing crazy. And go ahead and mix it up. This is really giving a nice, kind of more grits-like consistency, but I mean, who doesn't love grits? So there you go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mix that. That butter is looking almost completely melted. We're gonna get that nice and on there like so. All right, now I'm gonna put in my add-ins. I'm gonna add some bacon bites, some real bacon bites. I love bacon and mash. Some Italian seasoning. Beautiful. And full disclosure, I was gonna add some Parmesan cheese, but I opened up my can and it was looking a little blue. So I thought, you know, better throw that away.
Cheese.
Blue cheese? Maybe that's a blue cheese made. All right, yeah, so no. But Parmesan cheese would be a beautiful addition to this, nice and strong. All right, that is looking so good. I think I'm gonna pop that in a cuter little bowl just so we can really see it, and then we're gonna take a bite.
Okay.
All right, looking cute in that little bowl.
Looks good.
Oh my gosh, all right, so let's try this. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little nervous, but I don't know, it smells good. So here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait, what?
Is it bad? Is it
No,
good?
it's actually
good?
pretty good. Obviously, I prefer regular mashed potatoes, but oh my god, wait. Like I said, they look like grits. They kind of have more of a consistency of grits, but they're actually pretty good.
It looks pretty good.
No, wait. I'm not gonna lie. I think that was a winner. That was our Pringles mashed potatoes. Sour cream and onion.
Okay.
The sour cream and onion Pringles.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we should try that next. 100%. All right, I think that was a winner. Let me know if you would try this. Be brave, because I was, and it was actually pretty good. All right, so that was some melted marshmallows, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix up all of that popcorn in those marshmallows, kind of coating them all together. Just like so. That was a bag of small marshmallows, like the mini jet puffs, and then a couple of big ones on top. Coating all of that up nice and sticky. Loving to see that. Beautiful. All right, once that's nice and mixed up, we're gonna transfer all of that popcorn back to that bowl, just like that. Moving it over. Should be kind of easy because it's all kind of stuck together. All right, whoa, last big chunk right there.
Okay.
Looking amazing. All right, beautiful. All right, so once you have that popcorn and marshmallow into your bowl, you're gonna add your ingredients. I'm gonna go with some mini M&Ms, and we're gonna sprinkle those just like that. Always same idea, kind of mixing that popcorn in like that. I'm also gonna do some, what are these? Pretzels. I'm gonna do some pretzels, and I'm gonna sprinkle those, some whole, and I think I'm gonna crush a few just so that way they kind of get a little bit more spread out evenly. So some wholes and some kind of crushed up. Beautiful. All right. Mixy, mixy. Look how cute that's looking. Okay.
I know.
Next up, I have my choice of nuts. I'm gonna go with pecans. Pecans or pecans? Tell me.
I can tell you.
Tell me in the comments, guys. Pecans or pecans? I always say pecan. So please don't come at me.
Looks so good.
That's looking amazing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, really give that a mix. Use those muscles. Blend that all together. All right, looking so good. Looking so sweet. Look at all of those M&Ms. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It looks so good.
Beautiful. All right, so once that's mixed in to your liking, you're gonna grab a bundt cake. I pre-greased it. So here's the fun part. A little messy, but fun.
Marshmallow. They're always
Marshmallow.
messy.
We love marshmallow. Yeah, marshmallow is messy. You're gonna grab it with your hands. Make sure your hands are clean. And we're gonna pick that up just like that and start to press it into that bundt cake. just like that. I'm gonna start with a little base here. Whee, it's sticky. It's kind of therapeutic. Obviously, the more it cools down, the easier it is gonna be to kind of handle and deal with it, but I'm too excited and I wanna eat it ASAP. Oh my gosh, my ring is gonna need a proper cleaning after this. That's looking good.
I'm so excited to try
I'm
this.
so excited. I love popcorn, and I love it when you like add all the fun little flavors to it.
I think everybody knows that you love popcorn.
I know.
Already.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys have seen my other popcorn
Yeah, I saw many comments.
face. Really?
Yeah.
Yay! I love that you're watching. I'm telling you, popcorn's amazing. It's a staple. It's a staple piece. Whee! Okay. Next time I go to my nail person, she's gonna be like, "Why do you have marshmallow under your nails, ma'am?" Don't ask me. All right, last bit over here. We're gonna go ahead and drop that on there. The reason why it's kind of like over mounting, I'm going to give it a nice good press, because the better you press it in, the more shaped it'll come out when it's time to take it out. So we're gonna go ahead, give it a good press in there. It's looking good. Let me know what you guys would add into this, because I know I kept it pretty simple with my M&Ms and pecans and pretzels, but let me know what chocolate would you do, because I feel like with Reese's peanut butter cups, it would taste so good.
Yeah.
All right, amazing. All right, so I'm gonna pop this in the freezer for like 10 minutes just so it gets nice and hard. And I can't wait to flip it and get it out of here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go.
All right, you guys, just out of the
Ooh.
freezer. All right,
Okay.
let's flip it out. It should be easy because like I said, it was greased. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Back a little bit. I just want to make sure it's perfectly centered. There we go. All right, here we go. Do-do-do.
Oh my
Look how
god.
cute that is.
That looks so
Oh
good.
my god, do you see? Oh, I have a whole pretzel back here.
Turn
It
it,
looks really
turn
cute.
it.
Here, look.
Okay.
Look how cute that is.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. And I mean on the
Amazing.
little doily. Kind of adorable.
That's cute.
All right, I'm going to cut into this. I think I'm going to grab this little chunk right here because it looks really marshmallowy.
Okay.
All right, so let's give it a cut. Oh, oops. Oh,
It's hard,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was
Like
just in the
Rice Krispie.
freezer. Yeah, like a Rice Krispie. I mean, it was just in the freezer too, and the marshmallow gets pretty hard, so. Looking good.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Ready? Let's see.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God,
Look
that's
at
nice.
that. Look at the fun little M&M colors.
It looks so good.
Oh my gosh, the chocolate, the marshmallow. I almost
You ready
forget
to try
there's
it?
popcorn in this. All right, here we go.
I forgot about the popcorn.
I know, I feel.
My god.
Like a
How
Rice
is it?
Krispie.
Yeah, right?
Very good. Okay.
Wow. It's such a good idea.
I really fun too, look. I almost want to say that I like this better than a Rice Krispie.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Let me know what you think, because I feel like popcorn is a little bit more airy.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true. Good job.
All right, you guys, here is a recipe you don't want to miss out on. All right, so I have a corn, and I'm just lathering it all up in some butter, just like that. It's an uncooked corn. All right, once I have that, I'm gonna go ahead with my chosen ingredients. I'm gonna go with a garlic powder. I don't know why that accent came out. I'm gonna do some garlic powder, turning that corn, putting as much as I like. You can do a little bit, you can do a lot. You can also use whatever seasoning you want. I'm doing garlic powder and paprika. You can do this with, ooh, that was a lot. You can do this with some tahini, some mayo, literally any form of how you like your corn on the cob. All right, so I'm just doing those 2 simple ingredients. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and place that right on top of my 3 strips of bacon. I'm gonna pick up that bacon while I'm spinning that corn just like that, and I'm going to roll it in on itself, just like that. Beautiful. All right, so I actually have 3 of those like that. Looking good, looking nice and snug and tight. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pop some crushed ground pepper on there. So we're gonna go ahead and pepper up that bacon, just like that. Beautiful. All right, once I have my preferred amount of pepper, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna grab my air frying pan. All right, I got my air frying basket. I'm gonna pop in those corn just like that, nice and snug together, layered. Going ahead and picking them all up with some space in between so they have good space to cook between all of them. Last one, let me make sure that that bacon is wrapped underneath nice and good. Beautiful. All right, give them some space. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna pop this in the air fryer at 400 for 12 minutes. All right, you guys.
Oh my God.
Look at that lovely
Looks
crispy
good.
bacon. All right, so I'm gonna get these bad boys out of here. Not trying to burn my hands. Oh yes, look at
That
that.
looks so good.
That looks so yummy.
Wow.
Oh, I can't. That looks so. All right, last one.
Amazing.
Oh yes, amazing. Oh my gosh, I need to take a bite into this right now. All right, I'm gonna put in my little corn picks here. All right, I'm gonna pick it up. Oh my gosh, let's take a bite. Oh,
Ooh.
pure bacon. Mmm. Whoa. That bacon's got
Good.
some good flavor. Hot. So hot. Mmm. Mmm.
Is it good?
That's
It
really
looks
good.
good. It looks amazing.
Oh my gosh, look at that butter. The bacon grease too is like seeped in. Oh wow. It's a little hot. I would recommend maybe waiting a second.
maybe
That
a
is
little bit.
so good, I couldn't wait. All right guys, like I said before, this is to your own liking. So let me know what condiments and kind of different things you would put inside of this. I'll try it next time. Because this is good, but I'm sure that you can put probably something better. All right, so that was my pizza dough. I have some butter and some Italian seasoning. All right, I have another pan here and I'm gonna place it right on top, giving it a press. And we're gonna pop this up and it should, beautiful, make some forms. I have some Angus beef meatballs and I'm gonna pop one in each of those little cups, just like that. These were frozen and I just kind of left them out for a little bit so that way they're a little bit thawed. All right, I'm gonna grab a spoon of the marinara and pop it right on top of our meatballs. This can be totally preference, you guys. If you like a lot of marinara, put a lot. If you like none, just skip this step. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my mozzarella cheese, my shredded mozzarella cheese, and I'm gonna pop that just like that right on top. Same idea, a lot, a little, none, skip, vegan, I don't care, whatever you want. Just put whatever you want in there. I'm gonna grab my Italian seasoning. Can't do anything without Italian seasoning. And we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle all of that on there. All right, so I have that second pizza dough and I'm gonna unroll it. One more time, I'm gonna go ahead with that brush and brush on a nice layer of that butter, garlic loveliness. My Italian seasoning, because nothing is finished without Italian seasoning. Once I have that set, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab my pizza cutter and I'm gonna go ahead and cut down the line and down that way. All right, I went ahead, cut off all the excess and make sure all of them were cut from each other. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab each corner, just like that, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pinch it. I have my oven preheated to 400 and I'm gonna pop these in there for like 10 to 15 minutes. And I cannot wait to show you and more importantly, try the results. All right, you guys,
Oh my
look at
God.
those, looking
That's
delicious.
good.
All right, I'm going to display them on my little cutting board here.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna pop them out over here. Look at that. Look how good that is. All right, so I'm gonna move my little marinara here out of the way. I'm gonna cut into one just so you can kind of see what's going on the inside. Let's give it a nice little cut here. All right, okay, here we go. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Look at that. The cheese, the meatball, perfectly cooked. Oh my gosh. Shall we take a bite?
Please.
All right, here we go. Dip it in some marinara. Here we go. Mmm.
Wow.
You hear that crunch?
Yes. Oh, you got some meatball. Okay.
Well, that was delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Winner, winner. Meatball dinner. All right, you guys, what would you substitute the meatball with? Would you maybe do like a portobello mushroom or a little piece of lamb? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you would fill this with because it's so good.
It's amazing.
All right, guys, everyone's gonna love this delicious apple pastry. All right, we're gonna start by grabbing a lid. Go ahead and cut that, removing that excess. Perfect circle. All right, so next up I have a red apple and I'm gonna place it right there in the center of that circle. We're gonna cut down this way. Same thing on the opposite side, behind. Grab those strips of puff pastry and I'm gonna pull them up into the apple just like that. And we're gonna do that all the way around. All right, so next thing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, take my fingers and push that puff pastry up against the walls of the apple so that way you have a nice clear entrance. All right, I'm gonna do that with my second apple. All right, second apple wrapped. I have them in a little oven pan. So I'm gonna move this out of the side for a second. I'm gonna bring over my little cooking pan here. I'm gonna grab half a stick of butter and we're gonna pop that on there, kind of letting it melt. All that butter is melted, so now I have the insides of those apples and I'm gonna pop those in there just like that. I have some ground cinnamon and I'm gonna sprinkle, ooh, that was the wrong cap. Sprinkle on there just like that. And I have a half a cup of packed brown sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead, incorporate it, mix it, kind of make sure that all of those apples kind of get marinated in all of that sweet stuff, just like that. All right, you guys, once those apples are nice and cooked, we're gonna move this out of the way right here in the back. I'm gonna bring my wrapped apples. First grab the cooked apples and I'm gonna fill these little apples with the cooked apples. And I'm gonna brush the outside of that apple with all of that delicious sweet cinnamon brown sugar apple juice. Once that is set, like I said, I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. I'm gonna pop that in there for about 15 to 20 minutes and I cannot wait to show you the results.
Okay.
All right, you guys, look at that.
That looks good.
Looking so good. All right, I'm gonna grab them, bring them over here. Oh my gosh, those are nice and heavy. Those are gonna be nice and full. All right, here we go.
That's amazing.
These look so good. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it down the middle so we can see what's going on the inside.
Okay.
Oh, crispy. Oh, here's the juices. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Look at that. I need to take a bite right now.
Okay.
All right, you guys, before I take a bite, I do have a question because I'm still learning here. So down here, it's pretty much cooked. Here, it didn't cook all the way through, but the outside has kind of browned already and I didn't want it to burn. So let me know if you have any little tips and tricks onto how to have it cook all the way through without the outside getting too burnt. Let me know. I just want to try that inside. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God.
Is it good?
That tastes like an apple pie.
Oh.
No, the McDonald's apple fritter things.
Okay.
But like fresh. Wow, that is so good.
Looks good.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
You guys help me out. Help me out with that and let me know if you guys would try this because it's so, so good. I'm gonna go in with about a 1/3 cup of honey over my about 7 lemons. I took the seeds out. You can probably find seedless lemons, but I didn't find any, so I had to go and manually take it out.
Do they sell those?
Yeah, they sell everything nowadays. All right, I'm gonna move this over here to my blender. Don't forget to cap it. And start to blend. Okay, once all of that is blended, lovely. I'm gonna go in with 3 eggs. Plop those in there. And then I'm gonna go with my lemon bar mix. As you can tell, we really like lemon up in here. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a nice blend to mix all those ingredients together. All right, I'm gonna let that sit, thicken up. I'm gonna move on over here with a bowl and I'm gonna go in with the crust that comes with the same box. So it's all in one box, we love that. It calls for 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm gonna pour that all over, perfect. And I'm gonna go in and give it a mix until it kind of gets that crumbly kind of a crumble crust texture. All right, once it's that crummy texture, I'm gonna go in with my preferred cake pan. I'm gonna go in with a fun little heart, and I'm gonna pop that all in like so. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna go in with my clean hands. Emphasis on the clean.
Important.
Don't attack me. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and press it down. This is supposed to be kind of like a crummy base, so it doesn't have to be super perfect. It doesn't have to be super compact and pressed. Perfect. All right, now I'm gonna pop this in the oven for 12 minutes at 350. All right, there it is, smelling delicious. I'm gonna go in now with my nice and dense batter here.
Wow.
It's kind of giving pudding right now, which is really good. Love to see it. All right, I'm gonna stop there for a second and see where we're at. So we're gonna go here, spread it out like this. Being careful with the cake pan because it's kind of hot. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Using the full lemon kind of gives it that more like zesty bitterness, and then obviously with the honey and just the cake mix alone that probably has a lot of sugar in it is gonna be so good. All right, I'm gonna try and level this out as best as I can because I want a nice even top. All right, made it as flat as I possibly could. Okay, now it's cool. I'm gonna pop this in the oven for 25 minutes and I cannot wait to open it. Okay, here it is. Perfect, perfect. Some pressure right there. Get a nice hard turn. Drop that base just like that. Beautiful. All right, let's grab our Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
Yes, and drop her right on top of that cup. Perfect.
It's not
Center? Oh, sorry. It's not. Make people get mad.
Yeah.
Is that center?
Yes.
I get it too, because I get upset too. I just, from this angle, I can't see very well. Okay, we're gonna drop in our beads all around. Ooh, our statue. Just like that. Okay. Drop that in there, cover that cup up. All right, now that cup is full, I'm gonna grab my first set of coiled lights. We're gonna drop that right behind Our Lady Liberty. Nice and easy, without knocking her over. There we go. Wow, I have some chubby hands. All right, there we go. Nice and easy. And we're gonna just submerge that into the beads. There we go. Beautiful. All right, once that's, give it a little extra push down there. There we go.
Great.
Beautiful. Now that's submerged, we're gonna add some more beads. Drop them in. Drop them in. Oops, lost a bead. Drop them in. Okay. Keep going. Like I always say, this is a no-fail DIY. All right, once Our Lady Liberty is half submerged in the beads, we're gonna grab our second coiled lights. I bet you can see where we're going with this.
I'm not sure.
No, you're not sure? All right, well, it's gonna be a surprise. And we're gonna drop them right behind. Right there. Give it a little push against the wall. Down. Oh. There we go. Okay. Is that? Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay. So now that that's done, and you know it, more beads. Beads. We want to leave like at least 3 fingers of space at the top of our beads, so that way we can give some space for some water. All right. That all the way up. Where are we at? A little longer. Okay. Now that we have that, our last set of coiled lights. Okay, and we're gonna drop that right behind her. Just get it down there, touching light number 2. Lovely. I'm gonna add just a few more beads, very little bit, just to cover those lights. There we go. Very nice. Give it a little bend there, just so there's some Beautiful. So now we have our 3 lights, our Lady Liberty in the middle,
Okay.
a nice little
Big
Star
moon.
Spangled Banner down there. Okay, and now we're gonna start pouring. Pour very slowly, just so that way it gives time for those little air bubbles to come up. But don't worry if there's too many after, we can fix that. So while I'm pouring, let me ask where you guys are celebrating your 4th of July this year and what you're gonna do. We're in South Carolina, so that's where we'll be for 4th of July.
Oh. Oh, I can see the stars.
You can see, ooh! Slowly, slowly, slowly. Nice and easy. Like I said, there's a few air bubbles, but we can fix that after. But there aren't too many, which is good because
Yeah.
when you're going slow, the bubbles really float to the top. Okay.
Wow, this is looking amazing.
Yes? Oh my gosh. Has anyone ever visited the Statue of Liberty in New York? We went a few years ago. Oh, it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
That island. She's much bigger than you think she is when you're closer. Okay. All right. Like I said, we're leaving that space there because then the beads on the top start to submerge and it gives that really cool floating effect. Go, 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 go.
Wow.
Ah, this is coming out so clean. Oh my gosh. And you see, like I said, beads are hiding. And done. Wow. That came out
Wow. Look at that.
so clean. Okay. How are the bubbles looking? Should I clean them out?
I don't know, maybe a couple.
Just a couple of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Got my handy dandy straw. And we're gonna just stick it there. Give it a little shake, let the bubbles come up. Luckily there's not too many, which is nice.
No, it's nice.
The less bubbles, that more clear image, but that's preference. Some people actually like them,
Yeah.
so all preference.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Like I said, a no fail DIY. That's what we like to hear, because I am quite clumsy with this kind of stuff. Okay, there we go.
Great.
Almost completely clear of bubbles.
Wow.
Now let's see if I know the order of which way to turn these lights on. Wait, actually no. We are actually first gonna turn off our house lights, our working lights off, just so that we can really see that nice
Yeah.
effect. So let's turn those off really quick. Okay, without further ado, let's do this. Light up the night. 3, 2, 1, red,
Oh, wow.
white,
Yes.
and blue.
Wow.
How does it look?
That looks amazing.
From at least from the back, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I just love how our little Lady Liberty is like a nice little silhouette. It's just beautiful. Well, I hope you guys like that one. This is perfect for a barbecue, a 4th of July barbecue. Okay, last but not least, I have a little last minute addition just because I thought this would be really cute.
Okay.
I'm gonna add our little bandana of stars. Just cause, you know, I don't know, American flag, bandana, stars, the American way. So we're just gonna tighten that around, and I'm just gonna pin it in with a little, safety pin. Boom, boom, boom. And there you have it.
Beautiful.
How does it look? I think we can give it a
Amazing.
little extra oomph.
Yes.
Happy
Love
4th of
it.
July!